this is Coach Jeff from CrossFit Seize the Day. Today's workout, we're going to be doing some strength movements and some cardio movements intertwined. First part is a 16-minute AMRAP. That means you're going to do as many rounds as you can against a 16-minute clock. We're going to be doing a version of the DT workout. So those of you that are CrossFitters are familiar with DT. It's 12 deadlifts, 9 hang power cleans, 6 shoulder to overhead. That's usually a barbell workout. It's 155 pounds on the bar for the men, 105 for the ladies. So what we're going to do today is if you have a barbell available to you, you can use a barbell. The suggested weight on the barbell would be something that you think you can do a round of 12-9-6 deadlifts, hang cleans, and shoulder overhead unbroken with on your first round. I mean, you can just go right through it. You don't have to put the bar down. It isn't a massive struggle for you, but it would be challenging. That would be an appropriate weight for this workout. If you do not have a barbell available to you, using a dumbbell is totally acceptable. We'll simply be doing 12 deadlifts on one side, followed by 9 cleans and 6 shoulder overhead on the one side. And then next time we'll do it on the other side of the body, and that way we'll break it up. Okay, so it's a workout, a 16-minute AMRAP. It is 12-9-6 deadlifts, hang power clean, shoulder to overhead, followed by 30 seconds of mountain climbers, and then 12-9-6 again, followed by 30 seconds of a hollow rock or a hollow crunch movement. So that'll be one round to work. Again, if you had a barbell, you would just do 12-9-6 with a barbell. If you had a dumbbell, you'd be doing, for instance, left arm, 12-9-6 mountain climbers, right arm, 12-9-6 hollow rocks and crunches. And you'll have 16 minutes to get as many rounds done as you can. You should be targeting 3 to 4 rounds or more, depending again on how heavy you went. If you picked a weight that was very challenging, getting as many rounds out is going to be a struggle. And if you don't have a weight that's very challenging, you're probably going to be able to move a lot faster and go a lot more unbroken through the movements, and you should be able to get out more rounds. So 16-minute AMRAP there. Second part, we're going to be doing a running workout. It's a very nice day out, so we're going to want to get in some mileage on your legs. It's going to be a very simple interval run workout. We're going to ask you to run for 400 meters, so that's a lap around a track if you had a track available. It could be a lap around your block if it seems similar. Simply put, if you know, hey, I run 400 meters in 2 minutes. You could just simply run for 2 minutes. That would be fine. The recovery, so we're doing intervals. So there'll be a run and then there'll be a recovery. So about a 2-minute run or 400 meters, followed by 1 or 2 minute walk or a light jog. And then you're going to repeat that interval at least 4 times, more if you have the time and you have the energy. So it's a 400-meter run, a 1 to 2 minute recovery, which is a walk or a light jog, and then keep repeating that. The run should be challenging, right? It's not a jog. It's not a full sprint necessarily, but it should be a pace that is faster than your normal jog pace, and it should be fairly uncomfortable to keep the pace the whole time for the 400 meters. The recovery part, if you are a higher motor person, if you are a good runner, you may not need as much recovery time, or you may be able to jog lightly, where somebody who's not the best runner at this point hasn't built up that stamina, may do better just walking as a recovery before they repeat the next run. Okay, so that'll be your part 2. All right, so let's get warmed up for this one. First thing I want you to do is just jog in place. Let's say 15, 20 seconds. Nice and easy. That'll be the first thing. We'll go from a little jogging in place. We're going to do 10 hollow crunches and then 10 arches or supermans. So when we do our hollow crunch, we're looking for that long body line, ankles extended, toes pointed, legs straight, belly tight, arms reaching long. We're going to press chest off the floor, hips off the floor, come back down. So it's just up and down for 10 reps. From there, you're going to flip over. You're going to do the reverse. Still long in the legs, still long in the arms. Eyes down, face down, and you're going to squeeze your hips and glutes to bring your hips off the floor. You're going to contract your shoulder blades to bring your chest off the floor. So we're going to do 10 of that arch or Superman movement. Go from that Let's see you jog in place again for another 15 or 20 seconds. Then we're going to practice a hollow rock movement and a mountain climber movement. So hollow rocks, just basically take the same setup position you had on your crunch. What I'd suggest is coming off the floor into the hollow crunch and then driving the hips, shoulders, down into the floor. Important things, make sure that that core is maintained. So belly button into the floor or a hollow position. Legs are straight, toes are pointed, arms are reaching. If you keep long in the movement and you keep tight, a hollow rock is not a complicated movement. If you start to allow things to relax, the body isn't going to move very well. So stay nice and long. So do 10 hollow rocks, and then you're going to flip over, and we're going to do 10 mountain climbers. So basically, hands right under the shoulders, stomach nice and tight, and think about just switching, pushing, pulling your hip and heel forward and back. Again, it's a core-driven, hip-driven movement. You should not feel like you're jumping up and down. You should feel like you're controlling your core and your hips on a nice, even plane. Okay? So 10 mountain climbers. After that, so let's go run a little bit, 2 or 3 minutes. Probably not quite as aggressive of a pace as you will run for your interval run, or at least let's say you go out for a 2 to 3 minute run. Run the first couple minutes easy, and then maybe spend 30 more seconds picking it up by just a little bit at a pace that you might want to do your run at later, right? So 2 to 3 minutes running, just to get, again, more warmed up, get the feeling of the breathing and the coordination of the run down. Okay, so now the body's pretty warm. Let's look at the weightlifting movements in part one, because part one is going to be fairly challenging. So we said you can use a barbell or you can use dumbbells. So let's grab the barbell first. So what I'd like you to do is something like 8 to 10 reps. Start with a strict press. So just drive up and through, locking out and getting those shoulders warm for the shoulder to overhead. After that, move on to a set of deadlifts, mid-shin, come back up, make sure the shoulders are back. The hips are pressing out of the way. The bar is just traveling in a straight up and down path. We're going to move on to a set of hang power cleans, something like 6 to 8 reps. Jump shrug, catch the bar at the shoulder, repeat. And from there, let's warm up some push presses and push jerks. So if you're going to push press your shoulder to overhead, it is dip and drive to a lockout. If you're going to push jerk, you're going to dip, drive, and then re-dip under your weight. Okay, so I would do a empty barbell set or a light barbell set, and then I'd probably repeat it at whatever weight you're going to do for the workout. We said originally it should be a weight that is doable unbroken for 12 deadlifts, 9 cleans, and 6 shoulder overhead, but challenging, right? So if you have the ability to, again, pick a weight that is challenging, that would be your choice for today. It might take you 2 or 3 sets of this barbell warm-up to get up to that weight. Do what you think is appropriate for you to feel warmed up and ready to attack this workout. If you are using a dumbbell, simply do the same warm-up. Do strict presses, then do deadlifts, and then do hang cleans, and then some shoulder to overhead movements, warming yourself up. Again, to a weight that with a dumbbell 12.96 is doable unbroken, but not easy. Okay? So do that, and you'll do that on each arm, getting yourself ready. Okay? So that is our warm-up for the barbell. Once you're done and you feel that you've warmed the barbell up well, let's get right at that first part of the workout. So we said we're going to give you 16 minutes. You're going to do 12 deadlifts, 9 hang power cleans, 6 shoulder to overhead, and then you're going to follow it up with 30 seconds of mountain climbers. You're going to then do another set of 12, 9, 6. You're going to follow that up with 30 seconds of hollow rocks or hollow crunch, whatever you can do well. When you're doing mountain climbers and when you're doing the hollow movement, it's for quality. We do want as many reps as you can do, but we don't want you to get sloppy. So if you start to fall apart a little, if you need a small break or if you need to just work on the technique, do that. So after 30 seconds, that's of each. So you have 1296 mountain climbers, 1296 hollow rocks and crunches. That's one round to work. It's probably going to take you about 3 to 4 minutes, most likely, to do a round, depending on how heavy your object is. You're just going to keep repeating that sequence for the 16 minutes. Again, targeting 3 to 4 rounds or more, depending on how proficient you are at these movements and how high your motor is. Okay, so that's part one. I would take a decent break after part one, 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes. Keep moving, keep stretching out a little bit because you are going to be pretty tight from that. And then you're going to go to your interval run. You might want to do a light jog before the interval run just to re-loosen up. We're looking at least 4 intervals, if not more, of a 400-meter run or a 2-minute run or something like that, followed by a 1 to a 2-minute recovery, which is a walk or a jog, depending on what you're comfortable with. If you are not running, pick something else for 2 minutes. If you have a rower or a skier or a bike, that's fine. If not, some high knees, some jumping jacks, some burpees, some anything you're moving your body around with, totally fine. As long as you're getting your heart rate up to a generally uncomfortable level, that's what we're looking for. That's what an interval is. It's do something challenging, recover a little, and then keep trying to challenge yourself a little more. All right, so 4 rounds of that, more than 4 rounds if your energy and time allow. Okay? All right, so 2 challenging workouts. Let us know how you did. If you want to post your results to social media, like I got out this many rounds of part 1, or found part 2 really hard, the intervals were challenging for me, you can let us know that. You can share a video, you can post some pictures, those are great, we love to see them. Just hashtag us CFSD Strong. All right, so have a good workout, work hard today, and we will see you next time.